A hot topic right now is guns and these assault rifles. Well, I just want to ask you guys the first question, a little bit of a pop quiz. How many guys think you have an idea of what an assault rifle is? What do you think the definition is? A few people have their hands up. All right, one more question. How many people know what an AR is, like the AR-15? How many people think AR stands for automatic rifle or assault rifle? Good, nobody raised their hand. Oh, one person? Okay, we got one person. It actually stands for Armalite rifle, such as this rifle right here is an AR-15. It stands for Armalite rifle because Armalite was the manufacturer of the original AR back in the 50s. That is the black type of weapon you see here, the more modern militaristic weapon that we all now associate with assault rifles. This weapon, it was made for the military, and the first one that was military use was the M16. This was all according to Liz Klimas from The Blaze. And my speech today is going to be informing you about what this assault rifle is, this term that's being thrown around. I'm going to hopefully clear up some misconceptions that have been around because of the media about this, so hopefully I will clear this up. A little bit of history about it. About the term assault rifle. It was started in Germany in World War II. As you can see, this is the Sturmgewehr. It is known as the STG-44. It was created by the Hänel firm in Germany. It was contracted by the government under Hitler to make weapons for the German military. This weapon was named by Hitler. It was named Sturmgewehr, which translates as storm or assault rifle, just as an added boost for the morale of the German soldiers, because Germany was getting completely whooped by everybody else. So they needed something to boost their morale. So the new weapon that was coming out named the Storm Rifle, that would boost their morale because they thought it was the secret weapons that the German military was creating. So that's a little bit of the history behind the term assault rifle. Now you know where the actual term came from. There's a few definitions that have been coming around that I found from the Department of Defense is one. It is that it is a short, compact weapon that is capable of firing an intermediate charge. And when I say intermediate, it means in between a pistol or a submachine gun and a rifle, something in between those calibers. And then there was another definition from Senator Feinstein. You guys might have heard of her. She's trying to push a gun ban, or has been. And her definition is right there on the right. Sorry if you can't see it. It's just a semi-automatic weapon that has a detachable magazine. It has to have the detachable magazine, and one or more military characteristic. Now, I'm going to get into a few of these military characteristics later, but why are there these different definitions for the same thing? I honestly wonder this myself, and my parents know a friend who is a lieutenant colonel in Lieutenant Colonel Mark Smith in the Ohio Air National Guard. I interviewed him, and he gave me his opinion on it. He said that there is no actual definition for assault rifle. It changes with public opinion. He said it was anything that looks scary. So, a few of the different military features that would be listed under Feinstein's gun ban that would be a assault rifle would be what is called a broom handle. If you see on the shotgun up there, it's the front grip on the shotgun. There are different types of stocks you can have, like right over here you have a folding stock and a telescoping stock. Then there's one you can also remove it. Then there were barrel shrouds, which is this right here. It would just protect the user of the gun from touching a hot barrel after it's been fired numerous times so that he doesn't touch it and burn himself. And then there's the foregrip on a rifle. These are just a few of them that are listed in Senator Feinstein's gun ban. And as I said before, depending on who you are, it depends on what you believe to be an assault rifle. The lieutenant colonel believed that it was all public opinion, that there is no concrete definition. And I just want to say that if you don't know what it is, I will implore you to do your own research just to figure out I want you guys to do more information. I want you to figure out what you believe to be a assault rifle for yourself. Don't let anybody tell you what you believe it is, because you have to do research. You have to come up with your own idea. I'm just informing you as to this situation. It's a big problem of misinformation that is out there that is luring people into believing that some things are what they are not. So I just want to implore to you the importance of doing research for yourself, educating yourself, and coming up with your own educated decision on this matter, because this is a very important matter. Thank you.
By show of hands, who all here thinks that gas prices should be higher? Well, all right, a few more than I thought it would be. Well, today I'm here to inform you on why gas prices are relatively low, concerning all the work that goes into it and the transportation it has to go through to get to your vehicle. My grandfather really started this whole pondering of the subject. He owned five gas stations in Illinois and then moved on up to Wisconsin, where he continued collecting, and he actually owned 3 up there. He's always been an enthusiast. He knows every little detail you can possibly know about it, and he even owns a museum today from collecting all these different pieces. So he can, gas must be worked on by countless people, and it must travel thousands of miles to get to the pump where it can power your vehicle. The first step of this process is to find the oil. This is usually done through geothermal satellites, which basically just, there's satellites which show how hot the rock is underneath, which shows where the gas ponds are. The next step is to drill the oil. This process, according to my grandfather, costs about $1 billion. They use a 6-inch diameter tube sort of thing to dig, but with all the rubble, they have to get that out of the hole through a process of water and pumps and lots of stuff. But setting this up costs about $1 billion. After the oil is drilled, the oil must be pumped to a refinery. Usually coming off the drill is a large pipe going straight to the refinery. Next, once it's in the refinery, it must be refined multiple times, and I will show you coming up how that works. After it's refined, it must be shipped across the Atlantic Ocean, and once it's in the U.S., it has to be transported yet again to the gas station where you would get in your car. Taking a step further, let's look at the refining process in more depth. So as you can see by this illustration, crude oil is pumped into a heater, and once it comes out of the heater, depending on the boiling point of each substance, it will either rise or fall in the separation chamber. The lighter products obviously float to the top, and these are the more useful ones, such as kerosene, gas, petroleum, and the heavier ones, such as wax, asphalt, the less useful ones drop to the bottom. As you can see, the temperature gap in between is 50 degrees. It ranges from, and there's actually one that's 70 degrees. So to make it more pure and more exact on what they have to, on the standards, they actually have to refine it again in a smaller chamber with smaller gaps, so it's more refined. Next is transportation. According to the oilquote.com, 60% of U.S. oil is imported, nearly 20% from Saudi Arabia. So with all this oil coming from Saudi Arabia, it's obviously got to be shipped across the Atlantic Ocean. Nearly 50% comes from overseas, so this all has to come across the ocean, and if it's around the Middle Eastern area, it has to be shipped nearly 7,500 miles. With so much work put into that, one may wonder why we use gas. Why ship it so great distances when we could come up with different fuel sources? Well, the answer to that is gas is one of the most efficient substances on the planet, according to my grandfather. And here's a little chart to show you what you can do with gas. So say you're going on a 250-mile trip, and gas is $3.30 a gallon. It only costs $27.50 to get to, say, Chattanooga or near St. Louis, all the way up into South Bend, and it looks like maybe even Michigan. My as you can read some of the other facts and how far you can get on a certain amount of money. With the low cost and high efficiency, it's no wonder why it's such a wanted substance. So with such efficiency, it should be more clear on why the gas price is what it is today. The gas must be found, drilled, pumped, and refined, and then transported more to get to the pump. When it's been refined, this is a long process, takes a lot of time, and with such amazing efficiency, there's no other product that could substitute. Thank you.